Okay, so this is video number 2 for day 4. I'm sure you're going, oh my god, Ms. Plantanos, what's with all these long videos? This one is going to be short, I promise. So, a mini lecture on Unit 6. So we started Unit 6 right before the school closure, like right before, by talking about natural selection. We introduced it, and I told you that there are these steps of natural selection. So these are the 5 steps that need to happen in order for natural selection to occur. You have to have, and they don't necessarily have to happen in this precise order, but all of these things have to be in place. You have to have more offspring than can survive. You have to have some variation between them. You have to have some sort of struggle for survival or struggle for reproduction. You have to have some trait that is more advantageous than another trait. More advantageous meaning it makes the organism more likely to survive and reproduce. And then if you repeat this over many generations, you have an outcome of evolution, so some change in the population. One thing I will say before I go to the next slide is Unit 6, evolution, will not technically be on the AP exam. However, evolution is so fundamental to biology that my sneaking suspicion is that it will be hard for them to completely take it out of the exam. Meaning I don't think it will be explicitly tested because they have said it won't be, but I do think there's a good chance that having some knowledge of natural selection is going to benefit you on this exam. And I can guarantee you that it will benefit you in college if you decide to take biology again, which I hope many of you will. So that's just my little AP exam caveat about this topic. Okay, I just have one other slide related to evolution because, like I said, it's not going to be on the exam, and so we covered it very in brief in our curriculum this year. The only other thing that we really went into in terms of evolution was we talked about Hardy-Weinberg. And I think it's useful to know Hardy-Weinberg because this is very likely to come up if you take biology again, and also because I think it reinforces our core understanding of evolution. Oh my god, go away, Microsoft Auto Update, we don't want you. So remember, the whole concept of Hardy-Weinberg is that we have these alleles, right? And if everything is remaining, like if there's no evolution, then of course our frequency of each allele type is going to be remaining constant over time, meaning that the population is in Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium. There's no change occurring. These values for P and Q are remaining the same. However, if there is change going on in those values, meaning that the amount of the dominant allele is increasing over time, if we see that to a significant degree, then that's almost certainly a sign that evolution is occurring. So that's the whole concept of Hardy-Weinberg. I included down here 2 links where I got these really cute images that I would strongly recommend checking out because they're both really helpful in terms of laying out step by step what Hardy-Weinberg is, like what the concept is, how the math all comes together, and also they're both super cute. They include these adorable drawings. So I recommend checking those out. Okay, so I promise this video will be short, so that's all for my mini lecture on Unit 6. Very, very brief. What is due on Friday, April 17th at 11:59 p.m.? Well, first you have to respond to the survey I've linked here. This survey is just a little check-in. I want to know how things are going. Both I want to know how you're doing just in general, but then also I want to know what has been useful for you, what hasn't been useful for you in the lessons that I've been doing. So please be honest, and also please be thoughtful as you're responding to this survey because it's going to be really useful for me, I think, in planning. Also, I included this little meme that's shown up a bunch on the AP Bio teacher community. I thought it might give you a little chuckle related to the last video I did. And then your other piece of homework is you need to complete the free response practice that's in the Google Doc that's posted on Google Classroom and is right here. So this is the same format as what I gave you last week. I've given you 3 practice free response questions, but broken them up into many sub-questions that hopefully point you in the direction of how to think about, how to go through the thought process for breaking down a free response question. And just so you know, I'm not planning to repeat this same structure over and over again. I just thought having a little bit of consistency of the same structure a few times was helpful. And next week, we're going to be moving into some actual practice exam work and some identifying of what are the topics that each of you really need to focus on. Okay, I hope you're doing well. I miss you all immensely. I say that in all sincerity. And yeah, bye guys.